You don't attach to them and start wrestling with them, and you don't allow them to get a hold of you, grab me. Now, oh shit, now I gotta know something else, right? So it goes back to that loop that we're talking about, which is you have now access to a solution when somebody comes up to you. You do not have a solution to this. So what will happen? You'll panic, you'll freeze, irrational behavior, right? Because you don't have a solution to this yet, but you do have a solution to them coming up. We know when they're wildly swinging that if we tuck in, that we can drive with the elbow and crash it when we talk about elbows. Remember your thumbs. We talked about in the video, so first off, you can see I'm moving, I'm not doing this. That's not what I'm doing right now. I am pulling it up, I'm going to this plane, and then I'm bringing it back to here. Watch this movement. Okay? It's a screwing motion, right? We're going to elongate it. We're going to get a longer lever. I'm going to cross that hand over because it's closest. I don't want him out here trying to do it. We're talking about trying to keep the lever where it is, keep the machine where it is. I've got my fingers out, so if he is pushing against me, at least I've got that line of defense to go back. Here we're talking about footwork. Keep your footwork forward so that if he is pushing up against you, we're on a slippery slope here in terms of the rubber mat, but now I've done it very small. So while he's pushing back at me, I've got an elongated lever. I'm going to pull that hand over, just like we do in the lever videos. Go back to the lever video and watch it. I'm going to pull that over. Then I'm going to create a third class lever. So I'm going to lift up the elbow. And like I said, we'll spin the view in a minute because we really dig into this. I'm going to roll my right hand and I'm going to lift. So I'm using the point of rotation, which is my hand. I'm going to lift my elbow. I'm going to lift my body. And that's how I'm going to go ahead, use the lever in order to break his grasp. So here you go. You can see I'm keeping, there's a reason we keep tension here. We keep tension in order to have a lot of force that we can drive into the lever. We want our machine to be very small. We want his to be elongated so we can come up over it. So now we've gone ahead, done everything that we were doing earlier. So everything that you saw got me to the point that I'm at. He's got that knife, but I'm still continuing to punish him. I need him controlled. The lever allows me to control him. That. 2002, St. Louis, a bar in St. Louis. We came off the VIP area and ended up in an elevator. We're coming off the elevator. A guy tries to attack one of our clients. Security starts trying to handle it. Security pushes me up against the wall, but I'm supposed to actually be in front of our client. So I'm trying to get in front of Chris. So if this guy has a knife, I'm taking the knife. They're pushing me. I push back. Avery knocks the guy out because Avery's behind me and clubs the guy and knocks him out. But then the security guy turns on me. He's about 6'7", about 300 pounds. You know how he grabbed me? Like this. And he drove me up against the wall. Like that. And the only thing that saved me was this, and repeatedly hitting him into the eyes until he started to back off. Just exhausted from it. Then we would go back, we'd edit all night. But this guy had a 2-hour time limit. So he was like, I got to cut out. So we filmed. Hey, come back tomorrow, we're going to film again. He comes back the next day, films again. So this time he brings this random little Asian lady with him. And he says, this is my assistant. It's obviously not his assistant. And he's obviously on meth. He's tweaking out. Like he's having a hard time. And his assistant has like 3 teeth. She's a tweaker. She's skinny as she can be. And he tells her to set up the light. She sets up the light, but he doesn't have like any of the soft stuff on the front of it. to a light diffuser. So he goes out and he gets he gets paper towels. So he puts these paper towels over the lights, and we're filming. I remember Craig was just like while we're filming, Craig's like sniffing. I was like, dude, you okay? He's like, something's burning. We look over, and we're so dialed in on teaching and everything that one of the Home Depot lights that he has caught fire, and it's literally on fire. And we start going, man, we got to put that out. And he's like, no, this is a good scene. It's a good scene. Keep going. So go over your feet, lined up with your shoulders. You're going to come forward and sit down into the squat right here. So how do we get back up? We shift our butt up. But when this happens, especially grab both, when this happens, this, especially from a larger opponent trying to control you up against a wall. This leg, and look, I'm already almost over.